Welcome back to Street Gangs TV, SGTV. What I got for you next is a little bit of the Oscar-winning actor Jamie Foxx. But I caught up with him before he had that Oscar and asked him a couple questions about playing Stanley Tookie Williams, a death row inmate, in the movie Redemption. And this is what he had to say. Check it out. How did the project of this man that's on death row, former Crip, come to your table?
Well, Rudy Languis, who was also producer in Hurricane, reached out to us, saw the work we did in Any Given Sunday, saw the work we did in Ali, explained to us the story, and he put upon our hearts that this is our responsibility. A lot of times we look at life like, okay, we're going to do a TV movie and it's sweep, so we're going to run it on February and everything is in place. And we had to say, no, pull that back. Regardless of when it comes out, we got to make sure the message and the art is right. When we went to Stanley Tookie, he's like, the script is not me. So we took that script and we set it aside and I said, my brother, tell us what it is, tell us the real deal, because there's a lot of responsibility. When you say Crip and blood, I run into those guys, I tell jokes from those guys, I hang with some of these guys. So we had a huge responsibility to tell the story eloquently. When you see Godfather, when you see Irish, they do Scarface, they make it look so beautiful and so attractive. The picture is so nice and you actually want to become them. But when they show us, our stories are often fragile and it's fractured and it seems like everything is just all about evil, and this is not what the deal is. When he did his thing in the 60s and the 70s, he got together, he said, in the movie he tells you, because we needed somewhere to go, somebody to be around. We needed our homies, our brothers, whatever you want to call us, those names happens out of happenstance. He said, but the reason that we came together was to give ourselves a purpose. If you take them, some of those great minds that grew up in the hood or the ghettos or whatever you say, if you put them somewhere else, they end up running their own Fortune 500 company. They end up being on Wall Street. So he says, the reason I became who I became was because I didn't have that opportunity and I didn't know. You take a kid who's been thrown in the pit bull fights at the age of 9, you know, as like a dog, and then that develops his psyche. So by the time he's 16, 17, 18, what else is he going to do? Luckily, Tookie was able to go in. He goes into solitary confinement for 6 years. He says, either I'm going to come out a genius or I'm going to come out crazy. He came out a genius. He came out better equipped to understand things. And then he's trying to help us. With the children's books, he gets nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, which is unheard of. But if you say send him to jail, that's what the jail is supposed to do. It's supposed to rehabilitate you. So he took advantage of it, in spite of. And then what actually made it more urgent for him, if I told you every day, I'm going to come kill you tomorrow, what would you do? He said, how would you live your life? Would you do something to try to leave your mark and help somebody, or would you just put your hands up and say, I give? Since he didn't give, that's why we're here, and that's why we got an opportunity to tell the great story.
New York City. You are now rapping with 50 Cent. You gotta love it.